Welcome back. Congenital heart disease affects tens of thousands of children born every single year. It also affects adults as they survive the condition but have to adjust as they age. So there's a study out there that took a look at this. They found 1.4 million adults and 1 million children were living with CHD just in 2010. So it does affect a lot of folks. So joining me this morning, Dr. Sabrina Phillips with the Mayo Clinic to discuss the condition and also the strides that have been made in order to treat adults. So Heart Walk is coming up.
Yes.
And we'll see a lot of little people out there, children with capes on, and those are our children with congenital heart disease.
Correct.
But a lot of the adults actually have lived with it their entire lives, and they are thriving.
Yes, and that's the important thing to recognize. While the Heart Walk is a fantastic way to bring awareness to heart disease, we need to bring awareness to this group of patients, which is often underappreciated, the adult with congenital heart disease. So currently in the U.S., there are more adults than children living with congenital heart defects, so a structural defect of their heart from birth. And they often need very specialized long-term care, but they can thrive and do fantastic through their adult life, living complete lives, but with the help of medical science.
Right. And you said many times they are diagnosed as children, but then there are other times as adults they will have a condition that sends them to the emergency room, and then you find out that they have this defect.
Correct. So while a good percentage of our patients were diagnosed in childhood, treated even surgically and need care, we have about maybe 20% of our patients arrive as adults undiagnosed, but they have their first diagnosis in adulthood, maybe when they have a serious event such as congestive heart failure that brings them to attention.
And you've been working specifically with congenital heart disease for many, many years.
Yes.
How have you seen the technology and the resources change for people as they age, that they're able to survive this?
Well, it's been amazing, both in terms of the resources and in our knowledge base, because these patients are really pioneers. Many of them, we don't know how they're going to age or what's the ramifications of the repairs of their defect, but they're pioneering that, and we're learning from them, and we're hoping to take that knowledge and make the next generations of patients do even better with that knowledge. But certainly our surgical techniques, our imaging techniques have markedly improved and improve our ability to care for these patients.
Yeah, I want to point out that 8 to 10 per 1,000 births in the United States do have CHD, and then it's the most common type of birth defect. What's really the message that you want to get out there? Because it is awareness, but it's also making sure that you maintain that care so you can get the best treatment.
Exactly. So unfortunately, many patients fall out of care when they leave their childhood care group, whether it's pediatric cardiology or their pediatrician. But we need to recognize that patients, even if they think they've had a complete repair, they need to be seen in adulthood, because unfortunately there really is no complete repair of congenital heart disease. There are sequelae. Thankfully, we can manage those, but you need to be seen so that we can get on top of them before you're in crisis.
Well, it's good to have you new to
Thank
Jacksonville
you so
at
much.
Mayo Clinic, and looking forward to really seeing this continue to develop so that we are keeping people alive longer and just continuing to make strides in this area.
Exactly.
And heart disease, heart attacks, heart awareness, stroke, it is all that the Heart Walk is about. September 16th on Saturday. It is coming up. We've been a sponsor for many, many years now. Very excited to continue this tradition. It's at Metro Park. Everything begins at 8:30. The walk begins at 9:30. I tell you, this is one of the funnest runs or walks or just hangouts that you'll do for an event like this, and it raises awareness. You connect with the medical community and get what you need in order to make sure your heart is healthy. So go to firstcoastheartwalk.org to sign up. We've made it easy. There's a link on newsforjax.com. You can raise money or you can just sign up and come. We look forward to seeing you. You'll find all this on the morning show page.